All right. So, I'm going to see if I can lower the steering wheel just so it's out of the way of your camera. I don't think it will be, but that's okay. Anyway, I don't really care. It doesn't matter. I haven't done one of these in a while. I might just shut this off so it's not as loud. But I haven't done one of these in a while. My roadside chats, right? But it's unbelievable. But I was thinking about this, and I was talking to Brother Jim this morning about this, and it just kind of hit me that there's a big distraction that went on yesterday in order for them to be able to do what they're doing. And okay, so let's look at the Mueller report. I didn't have access to my computer as easy today. I mean, I could have, but it wasn't as easy. So I'd show you step by step through everything, but that's okay. It's okay. It's not necessary. Yeah, I know. I'm drinking a coffee. Big deal. Anyway, the whole world is Antichrist, right? Wherever you go. But so here's the thing, okay? So Mueller gets up here and gives this report, and he acts like a bumbling fool through the whole report. Literally, like he's dumb. Like he has no common sense, like he has no brains at all. He literally acts like he's mentally handicapped almost, right? So I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, something's not right here. Something's weird. Something is just strange, okay? And so I got to looking at it, and Brother Jim and I, we were talking about this morning, and he didn't put this together either yet, but me talking to him made me think about it and made me think, okay, well, something's going on here because this is weird. Well, he brought in Epstein's suicide, and I saw that on there, but I was so interested in the Mueller thing that I just totally ignored the suicide thing for a while, and then I looked at it and I'm like, okay, this was the biggest swerve job ever. Now, you've got this guy who can nail all the elite, okay? I know, I'm being a spooky conspiracy guy, right? But he can nail all the elite with what he does. Like he literally, the man can nail all of them, and he can make them look really bad, So I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, okay, so here's this guy, right? I'm eating coffee. Uh-oh. So here's this guy, right, that he's on suicide watch. His direct connection is really strongly to Bill Clinton and to Hillary Clinton and to all the gang, okay? All of them. So I think it's hot in here. Hold on. Get some air in here. Okay. So here we go. So we have this connection, right? So here's this connection between these guys. And everybody knows what Epstein's been about the whole time. But how's he getting away with it? Right? So Epstein gets away with it for a while, and then some federal prosecutor comes after him. Now, I have an opinion that it was probably a low-level officer that had some integrity that went after him, okay? And prosecuted that case. And I think that dude's probably in trouble. That's my guess. I think that dude's probably in trouble. But here's the thing, okay? So yesterday they have Mueller come on and he testifies, and literally, go listen to the video. Does this sound like a man who ran an investigation and ran the FBI? No. What it sounds like is like a dude with dementia, and I'm not being mean, okay? I'm making fun of him. I want you to understand that. I'm not doing that. I'm not demeaning him. I'm saying that's the way he sounded. So you have to ask yourself, why did this man sound that way? Why did he sound that way? And was it legit? No. Because all the pundits are like, well, clearly he shouldn't have been involved in this investigation. He was too old. And, maybe that's the case. But they sure did pick an interesting time for Epstein to commit like this suicide. Right? For Epstein to want to suicide himself. He decided he wanted to be suicided. They wouldn't let him out on bail at all because he's a flight risk, they said, and all that kind of stuff. Okay. But now that he has like these marks in his neck and they're saying, oh, he might have tried to hang himself. I don't know. Well, no, if he's really guilty of abusing girls the way that they're talking, if he's really guilty of that, like if that's really what he did, the whole thing, I mean, force these girls or whatever the case may be, if that's really what he did, then no, he shouldn't be in prison. He should be dead. He should be hung, right? He should be tried and convicted and hung by a jury of his peers. If he's that guilty, if that's what he's done. Right? But that's the punishment for rape and everything else. Now, I don't know how old some people say these girls were 14, 15. I just want to know where their parents were at. I want to know why their parents weren't watching them. Why they were just running around with some billionaire dude. Like, you don't know where your girls are at? Like, your girls just run around all hours of the night? Everywhere? Think about that for a second. Where are the parents at in all this? Where were they at? Right? So, something's going to happen with all this. We don't know what yet, but something is going to happen with this. I don't see any elite really sweating this out. I think Epstein's going to probably end up like all the rest of the Clinton associates. They just decide that they don't want to live anymore. Or somebody decides for them. But either way, you have this spiritual wickedness in high places, right? And you have this evil that's there. But I want you to go watch the video. I wish I should have done a video inside. I just didn't have it all set up. But I should have done a video inside and showed you, but that's okay. That's okay. I don't have time, really. I got a lot to do. But if you look, I just want to take a few minutes to do this. If you look at Epstein, if you look at what he did, all right, on the Drudge Report, it's there, what happened. And then if you look at Mueller's testimony, which consumed all the news networks, everybody's talking about it. It's like a bait and switch, right? It's like a bait and switch. That's what's going on. There's like this huge switch. And you got to wonder, like, why is this way? You have to wonder, like, well, what's the deal? Why would they do that? Why did he choose that day that everyone is focused and concentrated? Everyone is focused and concentrated on Mueller's report. And what did we find out in the Mueller testimony? Nothing. Nothing. I'm serious. We found out nothing. on the testimony that he gave. In fact, it was worse than nothing. It was an utter waste of time. But it was done on purpose. It was done that way on purpose. That wasn't an accident. That was on purpose. And you have to understand that was done on purpose to bait and switch you. So all the news media is focused on the Mueller report, which revealed nothing. So what do we know from the last 2 years? What do we know from the last 2 years? Here's what we know, kids. Nothing. Nothing happened. It was all a big game. It was all to waste our time. That's really what we know. That it's all just a big waste of time. And it took up the news cycle. Distract, deceive, divide. That's right, is the name of the game. That's right. Whatever your name is. That's right. That is what it's about. And that's what you see here. Because Mueller said nothing about the report. People got fired or walked away from the FBI and nobody was in trouble for anything they did. I mean, there's going to be a report coming out from Barr and all this stuff. I do think it's interesting, though, that Barr is the Attorney General. His father worked with Epstein and knew Epstein well. That's interesting. Right? I mean, there's other connections that can be made with all these people. So these guys all run in the same close-knit circles. Right? They all run together. The Clintons, Trump, all of them. You mark my words. Trump gets out of office. Whenever he does, they're going to smooth it out with Hillary, and it's going to be like this love fest of slapping each other's backs. Don't you remember Obama, how bad Obama attacked Bush while Obama was in office? Obama just attacked Bush like crazy. And then what happened? When they got out of office, you see Michelle Obama and laying her head on George Bush's shoulder, sharing mints with each other and talking to each other. Right? Like they're best buds. It's all a big game. It's all big political theater. So just remember that when you see these things, I just thought I'd highlight that, because here's a guy that who knows what's going to happen to him. Who knows what's going to happen to this guy? But I can't see his testimony seeing the light of day. I can't see it. If it does, it'll be because the Lord wants it to happen. But I can't see his testimony seeing the light of day. No, this isn't a new venue. I've always done these little roadside chat things. I just haven't done it. Maybe you haven't been listening that long, but I've always done these sporadically at different times. I've done these kind of roadside chats. But yeah, anyway. So they're not meant to be long like my broadcasts are. They're just meant to cover a few things. But they're all distractions is what they are. They're all designed to get you off of the main focus of what you should be focused on. And to bait and switch, so you just kind of slip this in here. Yeah, I did. That's right. His whole testimony was like a bumbling fool. I'm like, this is the head of the FBI, the former director of the FBI, who handled an intense investigation for 2 years. And he's acting like, I don't know, like Ronald Reagan in the Iran-Contra affair. Like, I don't remember. I don't recall that. I don't remember. I don't recall. Right? Mm-hmm. So, I mean, that's it. In other news, I got to say this to you. This just happened to me like recently. I went to go get some coffee, and this lady tells me, and I'm really not trying to be unkind, but I'm like, for real? I asked her how she was doing. She said, or how her summer was going. She said, well, and then she commenced to tell me that she's very busy because her daughters are the first girls in the area to sign up for the Boy Scouts. And I'm like, what? I didn't say it to her. I just, in my mind, I'm like, oh, really? Like your daughters just, you signed your daughters up for the Boy Scouts? Did it ever dawn on you to sign your daughters up for the for the Girl Scouts? Did you ever think that maybe that might be something you might want to do? How in the world have we gotten to a place in America to where you got girls and you sign them up for the Boy Scouts? We really do live in a really strange world right now, man. Really, really strange. It's like it doesn't even I mean, it's like common sense. I wouldn't even let my kids go to any of them anyway. But if my boys were in the Boy Scouts, I would quit them in a heartbeat. I would quit them in a heartbeat. I'd be like, nah, my kids aren't going to those Boy Scouts. I'm out with a bunch of girls. They just have to destroy all societal norm in this stinking, fundamentally transformed, psychopath, satanic world we live in. Right? A bunch of psychopaths. Yeah, I just signed my daughters. My daughters are the first girls ever at the Boy Scouts. I'm like, and you're proud of that? Like you say that like you're proud of that. Like I just swell up with pride when I think about my girls going to the Boy Scouts. Okay. That's right, Sarah. There are no principles. It's just ridiculous. It's sad. It's a sad state of affairs. It is creepy. How'd you like to have those little campouts and have a bunch of girls there around your boys? Oh yeah, that's a good idea. See, that's just like that's like the bathroom thing, right? It's like the bathroom thing. By the way, I think this is the first time I've ever broadcast from my Jeep. It's kind of funny. Anyway, but I don't know. It's just crazy. Crazy world we live in. It's sad. Sad times. But anyway, I thought I'd just bring you that quickly. I'm going to get out of here. I got work to do today, but I thought I'd just bring you that and talk about it real quick and just leave it there. I was wondering what you're doing. Huh. Yeah, I'm just doing a live broadcast here in my Jeep. Rolling down the road. Well, I'm not rolling, I'm sitting. But I thought I'd talk about some things that bothered me. You know? But, anyway. But you pray for us as we continue on. Go look up Vanity Fair article titled, "Where's My Roy Cohen? Trump's mentor was gay and Trump dressed in full makeup drag and Roman soldier costume." Well, I saw him and Rudy Giuliani do some weird stuff, so it doesn't surprise me any. That was some creepy stuff right there, man. But anyway, all right. Have a good day.